Have you ever laid in bed at night staring at the ceiling, wondering why you feel so awake? You did everything right. You had a healthy dinner. You avoided coffee in the afternoon. Maybe you even read a chapter of a good book. Yet, here you are at 1, 2, maybe even 3 in the morning, and sleep just won't come. Or perhaps you fall asleep easily, only to be woken up again and again, making frustrating trips to the bathroom that shatter any chance of a deep restorative rest. Imagine for a moment waking up tomorrow morning feeling completely different. Imagine your mind feeling clear and sharp, not foggy. Imagine your body feeling rested and energized, not stiff and aching. What if I told you that this vision isn't a distant dream, but a real possibility, and the key might be hiding in something you consider a perfectly healthy after-dinner snack? For so many of us over 60, a good night's sleep feels like a luxury we can no longer afford. We're told it's just a part of getting older, but I'm here to tell you that's not the whole story. While our sleep patterns do change, chronic sleeplessness is not something you have to accept. Often, there's a hidden culprit, a secret sleep disruptor that we welcome into our homes and onto our plates, believing it's doing us good. It's not a medication, it's not stress, though those can play a role. It's a specific popular fruit that millions of people eat after dinner, thinking it's a light, harmless, and even healthy choice. In this video, we are going to pull back the curtain on this surprising cause of insomnia. I will reveal exactly what this fruit is, explain the science behind why it can wreck your sleep, and most importantly, I'll share what you can eat instead to pave the way for a night of deep, uninterrupted, healing rest. You'll leave this video with a clear plan to take back control of your nights so you can reclaim the energy and vitality of your days. Before we dive into this critical information, if you believe that your health is your most valuable asset and you're committed to protecting it as you age, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications. We share the kind of practical, science-backed health wisdom that can truly make a difference in your quality of life. And I'm always so curious to know where our community is. Are you watching this from the United States, from the UK, Australia, Canada, or somewhere else in the world? Please take a moment to leave a comment below and let me know where you're from. It's wonderful to see how far this message of health and empowerment can reach. All right, let's talk about sleep. For our bodies, especially as we move past the age of 60, sleep is not passive downtime. It is one of the most active and crucial processes for our health. Think of it as the night shift crew that comes in to repair and restore your entire system. While you sleep, your brain is hard at work cleaning out toxins and metabolic debris that build up during the day, a process that is vital for preventing cognitive decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. Your muscles, which may have been strained from a walk or daily activities, go into repair mode, rebuilding and strengthening themselves. Your immune system recalibrates, producing the protective proteins that fight off infection and inflammation. Your heart and blood vessels get a much-needed break as your blood pressure naturally drops. In short, a good night's sleep is fundamental to your memory, your mood, your physical strength, and your ability to fight off illness. When sleep is consistently broken, every single one of these vital processes suffers. You wake up feeling not just tired, but physically and mentally compromised. This is why getting to the bottom of your sleep issues is not a matter of comfort. It is a matter of profound health. Now, you probably already know some of the usual suspects: that late afternoon cup of coffee, whose caffeine can linger in your system for up to 10 hours. A heavy, greasy, or spicy dinner that forces your digestive system to work overtime right when it should be winding down, often leading to indigestion and heartburn. And of course, the blue light from our televisions, computers, and phone screens, which tricks our brain into thinking it's still daytime and suppresses the release of our natural sleep hormone. melatonin. These are all significant factors, and it's wise to manage them. But what if you're already doing all of that? What if you're diligent about your sleep hygiene, yet you're still struggling? This is where we need to look deeper at the subtle saboteurs. And that brings us to the heart of our discussion today. The fruit that, despite its healthy reputation, can be a primary reason you're not sleeping through the night. The fruit I'm talking about is watermelon. I can almost hear your surprise. Watermelon? The symbol of summer picnics, a fruit celebrated for being hydrating and packed with vitamins and antioxidants like lycopene. How could something so seemingly innocent be a problem? It feels counterintuitive, I know. We're taught from a young age that fruit is nature's candy, a guilt-free treat. And while that is largely true, when it comes to sleep, a critical factor we often overlook is not just what we eat, but when we eat it. And for those of us with aging bodies, the effects of certain foods are magnified. The very properties that make watermelon healthy in the daytime can turn against you at night. Let's break down the two major reasons why that bowl of refreshing watermelon after dinner might be the hidden cause of your insomnia. The first and most direct reason is its incredibly high water content. Watermelon is over 90% water. During a hot summer day, this is fantastic. It helps you stay hydrated and replenishes fluids you've lost through sweat. But when you consume a large volume of water in any form right before you lie down for 7 or 8 hours, you are essentially preloading your bladder for a very busy night. This is a condition known as nocturia, the medical term for waking up frequently during the night to urinate. It is one of the most common and disruptive sleep problems for older adults. Think of it this way. As we age, our bodies produce less of an antidiuretic hormone that helps us retain fluid and concentrate urine overnight. Simultaneously, the bladder itself can become less elastic, meaning it can't hold as much as it used to. Now, add a cup or two of watermelon to the mix. You're pouring a huge amount of liquid into a system that is already less equipped to handle it overnight. The result is almost inevitable. You might fall asleep, but an hour or two later, your brain receives an urgent signal from your overfilled bladder, and you're forced to wake up and make that trip to the bathroom. You get back to bed, and just as you're drifting back into a deeper stage of sleep, it happens again. This isn't just an annoyance. It is a profound disruption to your sleep architecture. Deep sleep and REM sleep are the most restorative stages where that critical brain cleaning and body repair happens. Every time you are pulled out of these stages, you essentially have to restart the process. Even if you manage to get a total of 7 hours of sleep, if it's broken into 5 or 6 fragments, you will not feel rested. You miss out on the healing benefits, and you wake up feeling as though you barely slept at all. Have you ever experienced this? That frustrating cycle of falling asleep, waking up to use the restroom, and struggling to get back to sleep, only to repeat it a couple of hours later? That seemingly harmless and hydrating fruit might be the primary trigger. But that's not the only way watermelon can sabotage your sleep. The second reason is its sugar content. While it's natural fruit sugar, it is still sugar, and it can send your blood sugar on a roller coaster that wakes you up in the middle of the night. Here's how it works. When you eat watermelon, which has a relatively high glycemic index for a fruit, that sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream quickly. This causes a spike in your blood sugar. In response, your pancreas releases a flood of the hormone insulin to shuttle that sugar out of your blood and into your cells for energy. This is a normal process. However, this rapid insulin surge can sometimes overcompensate, causing your blood sugar to drop too low a few hours later, typically while you're asleep. This condition is called reactive hypoglycemia. When your brain senses that your blood sugar has crashed, It perceives this as a state of emergency. It needs that glucose to function. So it triggers the release of stress hormones, primarily cortisol and adrenaline, to signal your liver to release stored glucose and bring your blood sugar levels back up. What are cortisol and adrenaline also known for? They are your fight or flight hormones. They are designed to make you alert, sharp, and ready for action. They increase your heart rate and your blood pressure. They are, in essence, your body's internal alarm clock. So there you are at 2 or 3 in the morning, suddenly wide awake, maybe with your heart pounding slightly, and you have no idea why. It wasn't a bad dream. It wasn't a noise outside. It was your own body's hormonal response to a blood sugar crash that was initiated by that healthy dessert you ate hours earlier. This blood sugar roller coaster is a huge underappreciated cause of nighttime awakenings. And high sugar fruits like watermelon eaten late at night are a common trigger. So you have this double-edged sword. The high water content is waking you up for bathroom trips, fragmenting your sleep, and the high sugar content is potentially causing a blood sugar crash that jolts you awake with stress hormones. It's a perfect storm for a terrible night's sleep, all disguised as a healthy choice. This doesn't mean watermelon is a bad fruit. It absolutely isn't. It's rich in nutrients that are wonderful for your body. The crucial takeaway here is about timing. Watermelon is a fantastic fruit to enjoy earlier in the day, perhaps as a mid-afternoon snack when you can benefit from its hydrating properties and your body has plenty of time to process the sugar and the liquid before bedtime. As a rule of thumb, I would advise finishing any watermelon at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your body the time it needs to process the fluid and stabilize your blood sugar, setting the stage for a peaceful, uninterrupted night. It might feel a bit unsettling to learn that a food you thought was perfectly fine could be causing such problems. But I want you to see this as empowering. This is knowledge you can use starting tonight to make a real difference. It's not about deprivation or complicated diets. It's about making small, intelligent adjustments. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. It means using smarter strategies to support our bodies. So, if watermelon after dinner is off the table, what should you have instead? What if you want a little something sweet or a small snack before bed? This is the great news. There are foods that don't just avoid disrupting sleep, they can actually promote it. Let's talk about 3 of the best choices. First on our list of sleep-friendly snacks is a handful of Tart cherries. Not the sweet Bing cherries you often find fresh, but the Tart or Montmorency variety, which you can typically find frozen, dried, or as a juice. Tart cherries are one of nature's most potent sources of melatonin. This is the exact hormone your brain's pineal gland produces to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. As we age, our natural melatonin production tends to decline, which is one reason sleep can become more challenging. By consuming a natural source of melatonin about an hour before bed, you can gently nudge your body towards sleepiness. Numerous studies have shown that consuming Tart cherry juice or extract can improve both sleep duration and sleep quality. It doesn't act like a heavy-handed sleeping pill that knocks you out. Instead, it works in harmony with your body's natural rhythms. A small bowl of thawed, frozen Tart cherries or a small glass of pure, unsweetened Tart cherry juice could be a wonderful evening ritual to prepare your body for rest. Our second fantastic option is kiwi fruit. This fuzzy little green fruit is a powerhouse of sleep-promoting compounds. Research from Taipei Medical University found that adults who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime for 4 weeks fell asleep faster, slept more soundly through the night, and reported a significant improvement in their overall sleep quality. Why is kiwi so effective? Scientists believe it's a combination of factors. Kiwis are rich in serotonin, a neurotransmitter that is a precursor to melatonin. Serotonin helps regulate mood and promotes feelings of calm and relaxation, which is exactly what you want before bed. They are also packed with antioxidants like vitamin C and carotenoids, which can help reduce the oxidative stress and inflammation that can interfere with sleep. Unlike watermelon, kiwi has a lower water content and a good amount of fiber, which helps to moderate the absorption of its natural sugars, preventing that disruptive blood sugar spike and crash. And for our third suggestion, let's move away from fruit for a moment and consider a small handful of almonds or walnuts. Nuts are a wonderful bedtime snack because they offer a balanced mix of healthy fat, protein, and fiber. This combination is excellent for keeping your blood sugar stable throughout the night, preventing those 2 a.m. awakenings we talked about. But beyond that, almonds and walnuts are excellent sources of a crucial mineral for sleep. Magnesium. Magnesium is often referred to as the relaxation mineral. It plays a vital role in calming the nervous system by regulating neurotransmitters that promote sleep and reducing the activity of more stimulating ones. It can also help to relax your muscles. So many people, especially older adults, are deficient in magnesium without even knowing it. A small handful, about a quarter of a cup, is all you need. Walnuts have an added bonus, as they are also one of the few plant-based sources of melatonin. So with walnuts, you're getting the blood sugar stability, the magnesium, and a dose of the sleep hormone all in one. If you're finding these alternatives helpful and you're already thinking about which one you might try tonight, please take a quick second to give this video a thumbs up. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping this important information reach other seniors who are struggling with their sleep and don't know why. Your support truly helps us spread the word. Now that we've identified our main culprit and provided some wonderful alternatives, let's zoom out and establish a few broader principles for pre-bedtime eating that can serve you well every single night. The first and most important is what I call the 3-hour rule. Try to make it a habit to finish all of your eating, including snacks, at least 3 hours before you lie down to sleep. This gives your digestive system ample time to do the majority of its work. When you lie down with a full stomach, you're not only more prone to indigestion and heartburn, as stomach acid can more easily travel up your esophagus, but you're also forcing your body to divert energy to digestion when it should be focusing on rest and repair. Honoring this 3-hour window is one of the most powerful things you can do for your sleep quality. The second principle is to be a detective for hidden stimulants. We all know about coffee, but caffeine can hide in many other places. A cup of black or green tea, even some herbal teas, can contain enough caffeine to affect the sensitive person. Dark chocolate is another one. While it has health benefits, it contains both caffeine and a related stimulant called theobromine. Even some medications, particularly for pain or colds, can contain caffeine. Be sure to read the labels on your food, drinks, and over-the-counter medications to ensure you're not accidentally sabotaging your sleep. And our third principle is to generally favor foods rich in those sleep-promoting nutrients we mentioned, magnesium and tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid that the body uses to create serotonin, which in turn is converted to melatonin. We already talked about magnesium in nuts, but it's also abundant in seeds like pumpkin seeds, leafy green vegetables like spinach, and even bananas, which, when eaten in moderation and earlier in the evening, can be a good choice. Tryptophan is famously found in turkey, but it's also in chicken, eggs, and dairy products. You don't need to eat a huge amount. A small, light snack that is rich in these nutrients, like a small glass of warm milk or a few almonds, can be a perfect way to end your day, aligning with that 3-hour rule. I know this is a lot of information, and it can feel overwhelming to think about changing habits you've had for years. But please hear me when I say this. You have so much more power over your health and your sleep than you've been led to believe. It's not about a complete drastic overhaul overnight. It's about making one small informed decision. Tonight, maybe that decision is simply to skip the watermelon and have a cup of chamomile tea instead. Tomorrow, maybe it's to try a few walnuts. These small steps, taken consistently, add up to giant strides in your well being. You can build a foundation for better sleep one night at a time. So, to quickly recap what we've learned, the surprising fruit to avoid after dinner, especially if you struggle with sleep, is watermelon. Its high water content can lead to frequent nighttime urination, and its sugar can disrupt your blood sugar levels, both of which can wake you from a deep sleep. Instead, embrace sleep-promoting snacks like Tart cherries, kiwi fruit, or a small handful of almonds or walnuts. Remember to follow the 3-hour rule, stopping all food intake at least 3 hours before bed to allow for proper digestion. And finally, be mindful of hidden stimulants like caffeine that might be lurking in your evening food or drinks. I know how profoundly frustrating it is to deal with sleepless nights, the exhaustion, the brain fog, the fear that you'll never feel truly rested again. It can be a lonely and discouraging struggle. But you are not alone in this, and it is never too late to make a change. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal and restore itself. All we have to do is give it the right conditions. By being mindful of what you eat in the evening, you are not just aiming for better sleep, you are investing in better brain health, a stronger immune system, and more energy to enjoy your life. You are taking back control. Imagine walking up the stairs without feeling winded, playing with your grandchildren with genuine energy, or simply enjoying a clear, focused mind throughout your day. That is what a good night's sleep gives you. It is the foundation upon which a vibrant, active, and independent life is built. Now, I would be honored to hear from you. Which of these tips surprised you the most? Have you ever noticed a link between what you eat at night and how well you sleep? Please share your story, your experiences, or any questions you might have in the comments section below. I read as many as I can, and your insights are so valuable to everyone in this community. We all learn from each other's wisdom. If this video has helped you or opened your eyes in any way, please do me a favor and press the like button. It's a simple gesture that tells me the content is valuable, and it helps YouTube show this video to others who might be searching for these very answers. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. We have so much more to share about how to thrive in your golden years, and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Thank you so much for your time and your attention today. Keep taking these small, powerful steps for your health. They are the building blocks of your freedom and your future. Sleep well, stay strong, and remember, your health is in your hands.